Hello everyone, and welcome back to It's Funny to Tears. I hope you're all having a fantastic day, probably a better one than I had last Tuesday. You know those days where you feel like you've got everything under control? You've made a list, you've checked it twice, you're adulting like a champion. That was me, striding into the grocery store, ready to conquer the aisles. Little did I know, the universe had other plans, and they involved a spectacular display of public humiliation. So picture this. I'm navigating the store, my cart piled high. I've got a week's worth of groceries, maybe more. I was feeling ambitious. Eggs, milk, a giant bottle of olive oil, a family-sized bag of flour, and of course, the pièce de résistance, a jar of pickles so large it could probably be used as a boat anchor. I was in the final stretch, heading towards the checkout, feeling victorious. The finish line was in sight. Then, it happened. I'm not even sure what caused it. Maybe I hit a rogue grape on the floor, or perhaps my shoe had a sudden disagreement with the polished linoleum. Whatever the reason, my foot went one way and my body went the other. It was one of those slow-motion moments you see in movies. My arms flailed, I made a sound that was somewhere between a gasp and a squawk, and I watched, horrified as the shopping cart began to tip. It was like the Titanic, but with more mayonnaise. The cart went over with a crash that I swear echoed through the entire store. It was a symphony of destruction. First, the eggs, a dozen organic free-range dreams, splattered into a yellow puddle of despair. Then, the milk carton burst, creating a milky river that began to merge with the egg yolks. It was a breakfast tragedy of epic proportions. But the universe wasn't done with me yet. Oh no. The giant bottle of olive oil, my prized Italian import, decided to join the party. It hit the floor and shattered, releasing a golden tide that made the entire disaster zone dangerously slick. I was now stranded on a small, dry island, surrounded by a moat of what looked like a very questionable omelet dressing. People stopped. They stared. A little kid pointed and yelled, "Look, Mommy, that person made a big mess." Thank you, tiny human. Your observational skills are top-notch. Just when I thought it couldn't get any worse, the grand finale occurred. The colossal jar of pickles, defying gravity for a moment, rolled off the top of the heap, did a little spin in the air, and landed with a deafening crack. The brine, a pungent, vinegary tsunami, washed over everything. The smell was unforgettable. It was a mix of broken dreams, soured milk, and dill. I'm pretty sure that scent is now permanently etched into my nostrils. I was frozen, half lying on the floor, half propped up against a display of canned beans, just staring at the abstract art I had created. The spill had now reached a neighboring aisle, threatening a pyramid of toilet paper rolls. A store employee, a teenager who looked like he'd seen it all, slowly approached me. He didn't look angry, just tired, resigned to his fate. He radioed for a cleanup on aisle 5, and his voice had the weary tone of a battle-hardened soldier. He looked at me, then at the mess, then back at me. He just shook his head and said, "That's a new one." I managed to croak out, "Is it the pickles?" He nodded grimly. "It's always the pickles." We shared a moment of silent understanding, two souls connected by the tragedy of a shattered pickle jar. As they cordoned off the area with yellow tape, making it look like a legitimate crime scene, I had to do the walk of shame. I shuffled past a dozen shoppers who were trying very hard not to make eye contact, but I could feel their pity and their amusement burning into the back of my head. I paid for the few items that had survived the cataclysm: a very resilient bag of carrots and a box of cereal that had landed safely on a pile of its fallen comrades. Walking out of the store, I couldn't help but start laughing. It was either that or cry, and laughing seemed like the better option. It was a disaster, a complete and utter grocery catastrophe. I had gone in a confident adult and walked out smelling like a salad, with only a bag of carrots to show for my efforts. It was a humbling, sticky, and incredibly smelly experience. But you know what? It's a great story. And it's a reminder that sometimes, no matter how much you plan, life is going to knock over your shopping cart. It's going to splatter your eggs, spill your milk, and douse you in pickle juice. And when it does, All you can really do is get up, dust yourself off, try to ignore the smell, and have a good laugh about it. Because some of the best stories come from the biggest messes. Have you ever had a public spill or a moment of epic clumsiness? Share your stories in the comments below. Let's all laugh together. I need to know I'm not the only one. Thanks so much for watching and for laughing along with my misfortunes. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next time I make a fool of myself. See you in the next video.